Thank you, Zimbabwe, for tuning into yet another informative edition of your program. This is Agricultural New Directions, Agribusiness, and I am Wadzanai Manyore. So this is a platform which was specifically created for our farming community here in Zimbabwe. This is where they converge and we share ideas in terms of business finance, production economics, time value of money, as we pave way towards achieving Vision 2030 as a country. Now, in this very episode, it is a special edition. We are going to be having the Zimbabwe Agricultural Show Tobacco Section competition. This is where the various tobacco growers here in Zimbabwe from their various geographical locations bring in their tobacco samples, and they are adjudicated and judged according to quality, uniformity, and handling, so that we ascertain a winner. We have 3 winners: the third prize, the second prize, and the first prize. Now, in this particular segment, I have taken the liberty of inviting Miss Sheila Bowden. She is an arbitrator at the Tobacco Industry and Marketing Board. Sheila, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Wadza. I'm glad to be here.
Yes. As we get into our segment, Sheila, we understand that you are going to be judging these samples. You are going to be ascertaining the winner, which one is the best, and you have certain characteristics that you are looking at. Can you maybe take us through that?
All right. Basically, what we do when we are judging tobacco, we look at basically the visual appearance, what we call finish or quality. When we say finish, we are saying what is it that you are looking at when you look at tobacco leaf. And when we say quality, we are looking at other desirable or undesirable characteristics on the leaf. So when we do judging, basically we are looking at the quality of the leaf from, the tobacco leaf is grouped according to the plant position. When you look at tobacco leaves, when you look at them, they look the same, but the classification procedure tells us those leaves are different because they come from a different plant position. So we've got the leaf, which is the top leaf. We've got the tips, at the tip of the end of the plant, the leaf, the longest leaf that you find on the tobacco plant. We've got what we call cutters and lugs, the primings and the lugs. So what we do basically, we judge or we classify each and every category. So we award classes from 1 up to 5, depending on what we are seeing on the leaf. There are some undesirable characteristics, like the leaf can be damaged or diseased with some spot disease, or the handling part, the farmer could have badly handled the tobacco and it affects the quality. So when judging, we are judging according to the group, that is the plant position. We are judging according to the quality. Does it qualify to be in the first, the second, or maybe it's the last, which is the 5th quality? So basically that's what we are looking at when we are awarding. We're saying this is the best. Whenever if the farmer has done the right thing, the leaf will tell. Yes.
Thank you so much, Sheila. That was very detailed. You are saying that whenever the farmer has done the right thing, the leaf will testify for itself. Now, moving right along, Sheila, I understand that the price of the tobacco is emanates from the quality. It all starts with the quality. How can your word of advice as the regulatory authority, your word of advice to our farming community, to our tobacco growers, in terms of achieving that quality that you as TIMB would say, this is the first grade or this is the last grade?
We are saying to our farmers, productivity matters most. It's not about quantity, but it's about producing quality out of even a small piece of land. Concentrating, putting all your effort, giving the farmer exactly what it needs at the right time. I'm saying doing all the agronomic practices that will contribute to quality. So every activity should be timely, from land preparation, from sowing your seedbed, establishing your seedbed, the transplanting process into the field, the application of fertilizers, the right chemicals at the right time, right quantities according to the area in which you are growing. When even the variety selection matters. We've got different tobacco growing regions they were classified according to climatic conditions. So we say you don't need to ask your friend maybe in a fast growing region and you're in slow growing region, say which variety they did best previous. No, you need to ask the aspects when you buy your seed. Which seed is the best for my place in which I'm farming? So right selection, timing of every activity, right agronomic practices will contribute to quality. When a farmer produces quality leaf, definitely you will be awarded for quality. It's not only quantity that awards, but quality is the number one priority.
Okay.
So we are saying to our farmers, do the right thing at the right time.
Okay, thank you so much. Doing the right thing at the right time, speaking to being timeous in your operations.
Yes.
As we round off, Sheila, just in a snippet, I want us to talk about, we have issues in our economy, such as, issues surrounding budget deficit, trade imbalance, export growth. We are talking of issues surrounding improvement of our economy as we pave way towards achieving Vision 2030. Now, I understand that tobacco is responsible for much of our earnings in the tobacco, in the agricultural industry.
Yes.
It contributes immensely when it comes to export earnings.
Oh, yeah.
When we talk about quality, how can the improvement in terms of quality address issues in our economy, whereby we'll be saying the quality of our tobacco is favorable to our customers out there, and now we are earning more. How do you think quality on itself is going to address such issues?
Like I said, quality pays. We are saying if you want to get more in terms of income, in terms of what you get out of your leaf, produce the best quality.
Yes.
The best quality pays more. The best quality will contribute to the income of the farmer as an individual and to the income of the tobacco sector as a whole and the agricultural sector and at national level.
Yes.
Once our farmers produce good quality tobacco, it will attract more money. A better quality, more value when it comes to tobacco. So that's what we're saying. Aim at producing the best and you get more. Because basically and generally we know that at the moment tobacco is contributing to employment from the grassroots level.
Yes.
From the field itself to the marketing, to the industry, to the manufacturing. It's contribute a lot to employment. It's employing a lot of people. And even to export market, tobacco is contributing a lot. So we are saying once the farmers, our producers, the growers produce quality, definitely we'll earn more as a nation.
Thank you so much, Sheila. It was a pleasure having you with us today.
Thank you very much for your time.
There you had it, viewers. This was Sheila Baure, and she was taking us through the important factors when it comes to production, which is quality. On that note, viewers, we have come to the end of the first segment. Stay tuned for more. Thank you, viewers, for staying tuned to Agricultural New Directions, Agribusiness. At this point in time, I've taken the liberty of inviting Mr. Edward Dune. He is the Chief Executive Officer of the Zimbabwe National Farmers Union. Mr. Dune, thank you for joining us.
Pleasure.
Yes, as we get into our discussion, what is the significance in the tobacco industry for holding such events where we are seeing Zimbabwean tobacco growers bringing in their various samples for adjudication as a competition? What is the significance of having competitions in the tobacco industry amongst farmers?
Yes, Wadza, I think you appreciate very well that tobacco is such a major cash generator, not only for the nation, but for the individual farmers as well. So the significance of such competitions will go a long way in terms of incentivizing our farmers, in terms of motivating our farmers to embark in tobacco production. So this is one of our extension methods, one of our extension tools to motivate farmers to grow tobacco.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Dune. You are saying that this acts as a motivator, where you are motivating your farmers to improve in terms of their production systems.
Yes.
Moving right along, how are the trends in the tobacco industry? You represent farmers.
Yes.
You hear their sentiments, maybe their grievances at times, or where they are happy sometimes.
Yeah.
How have been the trends this past season, the 2021 marketing season?
2021 season has been infiltrated by what we may call bogus or surrogate contractors. You know very well that 95% of our tobacco is contracted. But amongst the contractors, there are issues to do with ethics, standards, in terms of inputs, input supply, the timing of input supply, the timing of pricing. you'll be surprised to know that some of these contractors just supply seedbed packs, and in that name they've already contracted farmers.
Okay.
Yet the farmer requires fertilizers, chemicals, and other inputs.
And even technical support.
Yes.
Yes.
So we have a lot of gaps which we feel need to be addressed. They need to be rectified so that we move along as value chain actors in the industry.
Okay, and look into the future, Mr. Dune, 5 years from now. Are we going to have more farmers, or are we going to have a drop in farmers? Is it still going to be a lucrative venture for our Zimbabwean farmers, whereby the youth, I understand that we are faced with issues surrounding unemployment, but there are calls from our government where they are saying they can support the youth to get into agriculture and make a living out of it. So are you saying, a look into the future, can we predict increase in tobacco production or a decline?
Certainly, we predict an increase because already government is mobilizing funding, government together with TIMB and other private actors. So we are going to have more and more farmers enticed to grow tobacco because the funding will be available in terms of local funding. Because most of the funding we have right now is offshore funding. So this kind of money is being exported outside the country, and this has been realized by the various actors in the industry, and we've come together to kind of engage into an intervention to mobilize funding from local resources so that the industry is sustainable in future. So we expect more farmers to grow tobacco.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dune. I like that you alluded the fact of sustainability in tobacco production. At this point in time, I am joined by Dr. Zingai Rukuni. He is from the Tobacco Research Board. He is one of the adjudicators who are going to be judging the various samples of tobacco that we have here today. Dr. Rukuni, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yes, I want us to talk about the significance of research in the tobacco industry. How does it enhance issues surrounding quality or even productivity?
Yes, research is very important in tobacco because we have very specifics in terms of what the export market requires, especially in terms of quality, the nicotine content, and also the chemicals that are applied in tobacco. There is the regulations on residues in leaf tobacco, and the Tobacco Research Board also plays a very important role in screening for pesticides that the international market will allow.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Rukuni. In terms of, we have calls worldwide on climate proofing. In terms of producing varieties that are climate smart, what do you have in store for tobacco growers here in Zimbabwe?
Okay, yes, the plant breeding division at the Tobacco Research Board is doing a lot of work to make sure that we're in compliance with the climate change obligations, and we are working on quite a lot of lines which will be available as varieties in the near future.
Okay, as we round off, which is the best performing variety of tobacco?
We don't have a really best performing variety because all our varieties are very good, and they are also bred for the different regions. We've got the slow, medium and fast ripening areas. Varieties are bred for specific regions, so each variety is recommended for specific regions, and actually the farmer or the grower is the one that we consider is the best, not the varieties, because all our varieties are very good.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rukuni. There you heard it, viewers. There is a misconception whereby we tell each other in our farms that this variety is the best. But from Dr. Rukuni here, he's telling us that it depends on the region where you are. So it doesn't necessarily mean that KR26 will be the best. No, it depends with where you are. On that note, we are going to go on a short commercial break. Thank you, Zimbabwe, for staying tuned to Agricultural New Directions, Agribusiness. Today is the first day of the agricultural show, where we are going to be looking at the prizes and the winners of the events that took part earlier on this week, where we are doing the adjudication. of the competition. Now, viewers, we encourage you to be a part of these conversations. Feel free to get in touch with me, the producer, Wadzanai Manyore, on 0772-807-506. Alternatively, you can like our Facebook page, Agribusiness with Wadzanai. We are also now available on Twitter, and our Twitter handle there is at agribusiness110. You can also leave your comments and suggestions on our YouTube channel, Agribusiness with Wadzanai. Now, at this point in time, I am joined by one of the winners who made it in the competition this year. Chipo tinogamuchira pachirongwa.
Atotenda.
Munorima muri kupi?
Norima ndiri kumvurwi.
Makarima hectares mangani gore rino?
Gore ndakarima 2 hectares.
Okay. Zvakaita kuti mugone kurima fodya kusvika maonekwa imimi marecognizwa muratidza kuti mawina mune mukombe wenyu makazvifambisa sei mubasa renyu?
Fodya yangu ndakaita kudiridzira. Ndakadidza musi 15 October. Ndakaisa kapu number 16 side. Svika ndaidimbura ne16. Ndaitopa ndakatoma ne16. Tichingotyora svika tapedzawo tokapisawo zvakanaka kubhani. Takatengesawo pandaitengesawo kukambani inotengesawo ingotaiwa fodya yakaita se yakanaka. Svikawo ndakaitawo makgs akawandawo.
Makgs enyanga ari mangani?
Tofana tiri kuziva 1900.
Alright. Saka imimi panyaya yequality ndoziva kuti fodya imimi semurimi wefodya munoziva kuti nyaya inoita kuti fodya yenyu ite mutengo wakanaka inyaya yequality. Makazvifambisa sei panyaya dzequality apa? Panyaya dzekurapira zvirwere even pakupisa?
Ndingati kuzvirwere kubaba ndovaifirita. Ndandikanyazonyatsozwisisa kuti zvozofamba sei baba ndovaiziva. Kubhani kufunga webuditsa 1 orange ne2 orange.
Okay. Hamuna kumbosangana nemaspanji kana marunback?
Ayo yekupedzisira ndikasanganawo nespanji.
Alright. Semurimi wechidzimai nekunzwisisa kwenyu chinokonzeresa spanji chi?
Izuva. Neimwe ndo spanjiwo iri mundawo inenge isina kufiritwawo nemushonga yazvakakwana.
Ko spanji inoitirwa mubhani iya inonzi runback iya yavanoti kana waakupisa matemperatures akambodzika inokwanisa kukonzeresa runback. Munopaona sei ipapo?
Inoita futi moto kwakwira ukati dzikirei. Inoita futi mbani spanji.
Alright. Mukupendera mashoko amukada kutaurawo kune mamwe madzimai ndiri kuona makabata mukombe wenyu muri kunzwa sei muzuva ranhasi?
Aiwa ndiri kunzwa kufara noti kutanga kupinda muchirongwa ichi ndane 3 years ndichirima fodya. Saka ndoti aiwa kune murimi wese wanhasi itawo zvinenge zvichidiwa kwapuwa mafertilizer musatengese isaise zvazviri mumunda kuti wane gohwo rakanaka.
Thank you so much. There you heard it, viewers. This is Chipo, a female farmer from Vurwi. She was taking us through her journey on how she came about to be a winner in this competition. Stay tuned. Thank you, viewers, for staying tuned to Agricultural New Directions, Agribusiness. At this point in time, I am joined by another winner who made it in this race, Mr. Leonard. Tiri kuchingamidza pachirongwa. Munorimira kupi, makarima mahectares mangani, mukaona makgs mangani?
Indorima ndiri kuMashonari and Central, Mazo West. Ndokandorima ndakarima mahectares 2 nechidimbu.
Okay. Right. Saka pamakgs enyu mati makarima 2 hectares, 2.5 hectares. Zvakapindirana here mahectares mama ari mane gohwo ramakawana?
Ya, zvakatipinda nokuti makgs akasvika 8,000.
Okay.
Kgs 8,000.
Right. Mashoko amukataurawo panyaya dzequality because obviously competitions ayanga kanangana pamunhu ane murimi ane fodya yakanakisisa kudarika vamwe vese kureva kuti imi makakwanisa kuprodusa quality inotarisirwa neindustry. Ndezvipi zvamukataurawo kuvarimi vari kunzoko maererano nekuachievha quality?
Zvandingataura kuvarimi ndizvokukasika kuprepare land redu patoda kuisira fodya. Then kana tichinge tadyara tofanira kunge tichikasika kuisa fertilizer. Tikangoita kubva mukudyara within 2 days touya nefertilizer iri pasi toisa. Panoperawo 4 weeks touyawo ne2 pedu toisa tichiuya tichisprayawo. Asi chikuru tofanira kutedzera madhume edu zvokuti madhume edu zvaanotiudza ndozvatofanira kutedzera. Tikatedzera izvozvo hazvo zvinofamba zvakanaka.
Vazhinji vanoti basa riri panyaya pakuti fodya imwe inoorera mumunda. Dzimwe nguva kana kwaakunaya kuchita kakudzirira zvinokonzeresa kuora kwefodya kuya kunonzi hanzi fodya yakaita mabhanana. Dzimwe nguva unotozoityora kuenda mubhani but yange yatoshata. Mashoko enyu amukataura ekurudziro kana inimi kuti maizvimaneja sei kuti mukwanise kusvika pa8,000. Neundonzisa kuti 8,000 unokwanisa kunge wakakwanisa kugona kurima kumunda. Asi kana waakuya kumabhani imwe inokwanisa kusara mumunda ichiora. Saka imi makapa maneja sei pakuora kwefodya apa?
Chikuti mabhani anga tinawo anga akati wandei. Chikuti mabhani anga akawanda. Then fodya yedu hatina kubiridzira. Takaisa fertilizer nemwero. saka pwenonoibva uko haina kunya kushata taitotyora zvedu pawiki tikubvisa pamwe 1 so ndonouya utobvisa 2 chingodaro zvikatapedza.
Panyaya yematemperatures apa ndipo pamwe panokwarira quality yefodya yakawanda yevanhu vakawanda. Vamwe vanozoya vayane runback, imwe yamared ayaya kutsvukisa kuya. Panyaya yematemperatures ndezvipi zvamungataura because patiri kutaura totaura nyaya dzinotarisana nezvequality?
Matemperatures isisa handira kuwana hangu dambudziko pamatemperatures.
Maimariritira sei?
Chaitika ndo pane basa racho hombe ipapo nokuti kana ukaigona munda
toti nemo
ndangoti chikuru ndiyoti kana tichipisa fo taakunopisa isu hatirari because tikarara rinodonha matemberature anodzika saka dzika taakunyangadzawo quality wefodya saka tofana kutosvinura usiku ndowatinotoshingirira matemberature zedu ramba patinge tichida ipapapo tichikwidza zvatinoda ndokunda kwatinoita.
Mukupedzisira nhasi mahwinei mubayiro wamawana ndewechii?
Ndawana mubayiro wemotobike.
Mawana motorbike?
Yes.
Zvinokudzwa. And I am joined by Ellen Kausio, the second winner of this competition. Ellen Kausio tinokuchingamidza pachirongwa.
Tese.
Munorimira muri kupi?
Ndinotwa Ellen Kausio, ndinorimira ndiri Mashonari Central Mazoe.
All right. Makarima pakadi gore rino?
Takarima 2 hectares.
Okay. Mukaona pakakura sei?
Takaona 2.5 kgs, 2,500 kgs per 2 hectares.
All right. Variety yamakashandisa ndei?
Tatine KR 26.
Ndio yamakashandisa munda wese? Alright. Saka muzuva ranhasi muri kunzwawo sei kurecognizwa, kuonekwa muchisimudzirwa semurimi wechidzimai muchipiwa mubayiro wekurima zvine pundutso, nekuti zvinonzi kurima ibusiness?
Ndiri kungonzwa kufara sezvinhu zvandangotangawo kuita gore rino. Ndakatanga kupinda mupurogiramu yekuita yemashow kuchiya kuno kuHarare muna 2017. Muna 2017 taiva tiri 21 pakukwikwidza kwedu, ndakapinda panamba 15. Handina kuita nungo nezvo. Takaya 2018 takapinda panamba 8. Handina kuita nungo nezvo. Mukati memhuri iri kumba vakangoramba zvingondikurudzira kuti rambai muchiita zvichaita chete. Kusvika nhasi uno ndauya vandaitawo panamba 2 second prize. Ndizvandoramba ndingokurudzirawo kune vamwe madzimai ari uko kuti musaite nungo, musangozvigarira pasi ngoti ndezvevarume chete, ngatiende tinosangana nevamwe.
Panyaya dzequality mumwe namumwe pane imimi mahwina kana varimi vari kunze, mumwe namumwe ane maitiro ake anoita kuti fodya yake ibude zvakanaka. Imi makazvifambisa sei semurimi wechidzimai kuti quality yenyu inge ichisvika pakuti mudomwe imimi semunhu ahwina? Makazvifambisa sei?
Tingati pakudyara kwatakaita takashandisa fertilizer yedu C, takaisa kapu number 30 padzinde. Pahectare taisa masaga 8 ye-C. Top takashandisa kapu number 5 pachipinda 3 bags. Ndio mafertilizer takashandisa.
Zvino semurimi wechidzimai pakupiswa kwefodya ndoziva, pacuring ndoziva ndipo pane basa. Maizvifambisa sei? Maitoregawo kurara here kana mami nevashandi panyaya dzelebha pakamira sei?
Taive tine vashandi vataive tinawo, asi taingoteedzera zvatinoudzwa nemadhumeni kuti temperature yedu inotangira pa35 tichisvika tichiona kuti huni redu rasvava here, shizha redu rasvava here, tichienda tichikwidza kuti takabva pa35 tiendawo pa40 tichienda zvichingodaro kuitira kuti irege kuora iri mubaundi. Ndio zvataishandisa kuti quality yedu igone kubuda. Asi sepamakgs edu kuti agone kuzodzikira kwayakaita, takasangana nedambudziko rokuti fodya yakaita chirwere chokuoma munda, chokuoma mashizha. Saka zvinhu zvakatidonhedzera gohwe redu, takasanganisana zvakane dambudziko kuti mabhaundi akabva atsva. Saka fodya yedu yakabva yaita shoma mukati maizvozvo.
Alright. Saka imimi panyaya dzelebha apa ndoziva kuti kumapurazi kumaminda kwatiri, minda mirefu yatiri, pane nyaya dziri kunetsa dzevashandi kuti vashandi vari kunzi vaakuita vashoma nekuti umwe namumwe akurimawo fodya yake. Imi munozvifambisa sei uye ndeapi mashoko ekurudziro amungataura kuvarimi vari kunze kuti vasaore mwoyo maererano nekurimwa kwefodya?
Isi tingati lebha zvedu tinayo. Sekwedu kwatinogara kuna vanhu vanorima fodya yakawanda, saka lebha tinayo. Tinongovabata zvakanaka kuti takataurirana kuti mari yakati pazuva kana kuti tinopa takohwa tinenge tichingowirirana zvakanaka. Saka zvinhu zvinopoti lebha redu risazoti njenga pasingatitizi.
Tinoda kuti munhu atizwe nelebha kusabhadhara handiti. Maita basa zvikuru nekuuya pachirongwa.
Aiwa, totendi.
On that note, we have come to the end of this week's edition. It was a pleasure having you with us. In her words, she was saying, munofanira kubhadhara vashandi zvamunenge marangana kuitira kuti musatizwe. From me, your host was Zanai Manyore. I'm also on Instagram. It's a W Manyore. And the crew behind the scenes. Have yourselves a fabulous evening. Thank you for watching.